The Deadly Promise of the King. Once upon a time, in a vast kingdom, there was a king who was greatly respected by the people.
Officials, give me an overview of the situation of the people during this winter.
Your Majesty, the people of the Western City are all well-fed and clothed. People are also doing well with their business, so they aren't afraid of having no food or clothes this winter.
Oh, that's great. Your management pleases me well.
It's not true, Your Majesty.
I heard many people have lost their lives because of the cold and hunger. Is this true? Why did you two report differently?
You! What are you talking about? How is that possible? Clearly you are spreading lies about me.
I heard with my own ears that the people of the East under your charge are being taxed at such a high rate that countless people are dying.
Blasphemy! Clearly you envy me, so you made up all these lies about me.
Your Majesty, how dare I tell you a lie? A lot of Eastern people have passed away because they don't have enough warm clothes for this cold winter.
But the situation is so much worse in the Western City. The Western officials haven't reported the truth.
Stop. Silent, both of you. I don't want to hear another single word from you two.
General, I want you to send soldiers to check the situation of the people in both the East and the West. Report to me who is telling the truth.
Your Majesty, I will go right away.
Each official has a different take on the people's situation. I don't know who to trust. I guess, besides sending the army to observe the situation of the people, I have to go on a tour to see how things are by myself.
Stop, all of you. Get out. About the reporting of people's lives, I'll let you know. If I find out that someone is trying to hide something important, I will cut off your heads without mercy.
Yes, Your Majesty. If I go on a tour, I have to be carefully disguised so that no one can figure it out. If they knew that the king is going on a tour, they will surely find a way to cover up the truth. Let's see. This time, if I know who's lying, they won't be able to escape from severe punishment.
The king went on a journey in secret. When he was leaving the palace, he noticed that around the vicinity of the palace, the people were very well off. But as he was farther and further off the center, he suddenly noticed a lot of poor and starving people on the road.
Can he survive the winters with only those clothes? Sir, can I ask you a few things?
This person seems to be a substantial one. What do you want to ask me?
Sir, I can see that you're wearing very light clothes, and your clothes are in tatters also. Don't you feel cold?
Of course I feel cold. Having enough money to eat is already an overwhelming joy for poor people like us. How can I dream about a decent coat?
So there are many people that don't have warm clothes like you.
Where are you from? Why are you asking such obvious things? Didn't you see it on your way here?
I'm just one of many miserable people who are poor, homeless, and just try to survive day by day without knowing what will happen tomorrow. My God, sir, the Western official lied to me. He dared to report that the Western people all have well-off lives. With these light clothes, how can you survive the cold winter?
How can't I survive? Life prevailed over everything, young man. I come here every day to find food. When the sun goes down, at the coldest time of the day, I come back to the temples to sleep. At night, the torches in the temple are still burning. I just borrowed that warmth to survive.
The palace often offers relief to the people. Didn't you receive anything?
Yes, I did. Sometimes I receive enough food to warm my stomach for a few days. If there's warm clothes, I will give way to other wandering children, or to those who are older and weaker than me. The warmth, they need it more than me.
You are truly kind. You have the same needy condition, yet you still think for others. Old man, don't worry. When I return to the palace, I will give you a warm coat as a reward for those who think of other people.
Return to the palace? Reward?
Maybe you already figured it out. Today I went on a tour to experience the life of the citizens, and fate brought me to you. I will reward your heart of gold.
You? Are you really the king? Did I really get to meet the king?
That's right. I won't let you suffer this piercing cold. And I will make plans to help other miserable people. I won't let my citizens suffer from poverty like this.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Then, back at the palace, the king immediately issued a decree to solve the situation of the citizens and punish the officials for lying. Because of being so busy, the king forgot his promise to the old beggar.
The king promised to reward me. Why hasn't anyone brought warm clothes yet? Is it possible the king's forgotten his promise? No way. The king of this country, would certainly not forget the words already said. Even if he doesn't bring it in person, he will send someone to bring it for me. I have to wait here.
Sir, it's getting cold. Please go home quickly.
He's right. Or haven't you eaten anything yet? Here, take this money. Go home quickly.
Now, I'm waiting for one man. I'm going to have a new warm coat. I won't be afraid of the cold anymore.
Then when will he come? Hurry, go home or you will freeze to death here.
That's right. I guess someone promised to give you a warm coat. It's cold and snowing heavily. On top of that, it's going to be dark soon, so he probably won't come. You should go home now.
You people just ignore me. Hurry back to your home. That person definitely won't break his word. Even if he can't come, he will send someone to bring me a coat. A humane and righteous man like him cannot forget his promise.
Such a crazy old man. You will freeze to death if you stay here. Oh, shoot! I promised the old beggar to give him warm clothes yesterday, but I forgot about it. Guards! You, quickly bring a warm coat and some silver to the guard to go outside of the gate. There is an old beggar there. Tell him that I rewarded him. I hope he understands, because I had important works yesterday, so I forgot to give it to him. It wasn't until today that I was able to give it to him. Yes, Your Majesty. Your Majesty, the guard has come to report the mission. Let him in. Your Majesty, I received the order to bring warm clothes to the old beggar in front of the gate. I found him, but he passed away. What? He passed away? How can that be? He was still healthy when I met him yesterday. Or are you mistaking him for someone else? Your Majesty, I went to the place you appointed, but I didn't see anyone. People said that someone in the palace promised to give him warm clothes, so he went to the palace gate to wait. Then I went to the gate and looked for him everywhere. After searching, I discovered an old man just lying there on the ground. I went to check on him and found that he was no longer breathing. The old man must have frozen to death last night. He only had one shirt on, so it's understandable that he deceased of the cold. Before leaving, I saw a letter next to his body. I brought it here. Your Majesty, here is the letter next to him. It was addressed to the king.
Show me.
Your Majesty, all this time, with only these light clothes, I have been able to survive, but it was the king's promise that kept me from getting through this cold, because I was hoping that you would bring me the coat. I've waited for a long time, but you didn't come. My disappointment allowed the coat to penetrate and take my final breath. It's my fault. I'm so sorry.
Send my order. Give the old man a proper funeral. Yes, Your Majesty.
In life, you should not rely on the help of others just from their words, because you will probably receive only disappointments. You should overcome all difficulties by yourself. Only then can you become a strong person.